I think it's the experience of ego dissolution that allows you to, because your ego enforces those habits, and you get a little break. There's a beautiful metaphor. One of the scientists I interviewed in the book, a Dutchman working in Imperial College in London, he said, think of your mind as a hill covered in snow, and your thoughts are sleds going down that hill. And after a while, after a lot of thoughts have gone that hill, there'll be these grooves, and they're going to get deeper and deeper. And at a certain point, you can't go down the hill without slipping into those grooves. That's who we are as we're like, at this age. And what psychedelics do, he said, is flatten the snow. Lots of fresh powder. And you can then take the sled any way you want to go.
That's a great way of
Isn't that
describing
beautiful?
it. What you said about love and being cynical, that's so important too, because there's something that people they avoid sincerity. Like, there's something about it that it makes you too vulnerable or too open to criticism or too open to ridicule. And we're worried about being sincere. And I do think that that's one of the primary benefits of psychedelics.
Yeah, we live in an ironic culture, and we
Yeah.
defend ourselves against strong experience or self-exposure by adopting this stance that's ironic and cool.
Yeah.
And psychedelics is not a cool experience. It's the opposite.
Well, it's cool when it's over.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I played in a video game tournament, and I did extremely poorly in front of a few people. And it took everything I had for me to not just completely get depressed and sad and feel like shit about a video game. And as I thought about it more, I started to understand that is straight up ego that makes me feel that way. That is making me feel this way. It is a video game. It is the movement of pixels on a screen, and somehow it became so important to me in the moment that it legitimately destroyed my entire mood. My energy was completely down, and it took a lot of mental strength for me to come out of it. And throughout the night, I kept thinking about why that is. And in the last few weeks, I've really started to come to terms with understanding that ego is one of the biggest hurdles we have as humans. Legitimately, why I continue to stare at myself or look at myself right here on my screen, even in this moment, is ego. The entire reason I made this channel and I made music was for ego. I just feel like I have lost the concept of ego and the understanding of it. And it's a trip to see that I have not done psychedelics in a long time. Or at a good amount of time. But I'm still having situations in life that are kind of showing me that I do need to kill my ego when it comes to shit like this. When it comes to a video game, destroying my energy, destroying my mood, causing me to act rude with my family at times. Not necessarily yesterday, but at times. What the fuck? That is just straight ego. It is me caring about something that caters to my ego. I am at a point now where life is not only taking shape, but also getting harder because of a lot of things that's going on in the world. And I feel like this time right now is kind of showing a lot of people's true colors. And I'm starting to see so much ego in people all around me. And the more I've thought about it, the more I have started to like really understand, like, holy shit, we are so much more than just personalities and souls and humans. And like, we have this extra layer of worrying about what others think about us or what we think about us. And only when we can lose that can we truly begin to understand ourselves, our lives, the people around us, and things like that. I'm definitely, I don't want to come off as if I know everything and my ego is dead. Absolutely not. I have the biggest ego you probably ever seen. But somehow I'm getting to a point more and more that I just see it slowly fading away. And I don't know if that's age. I don't know if that's wisdom. I don't know if it's just experiences, but I feel it slipping and it feels great. And I feel like through the psychedelic experiences I've had, through the experiences in life that I've had, my ego was kind of shed early on in a way when I was about 19, 20. But as I slowly moved away from the psychedelic usage and doing crazy eventful things and even suffering along with that too, and things in my life started to get more normal and more comfortable, I've been starting to lose that sense of understanding of the world and understanding of people. And I've gotten caught up in my head for years. But I'm just starting to feel on a new wave in a way with certain things. I'm able to calm myself down. I'm able to really, truly do my best to understand situations and why people say certain things. And it's, I hate that I sound like I think I know everything. That's not what I'm trying to sound like. I'm trying to say that I know nothing. And that it sucks to see others who are either have too big of a wall up to understand their own ego, or they're just too ignorant. And that's not an insult if you are too ignorant or you put up a wall to guard your ego. That's just being a human. I can't even really judge it. But it does make me feel sad, and it does make me feel frustrated. Maybe it's a better way to do the podcast without streaming it, without having a chat here to fulfill me. I'm even going to take it a step further. I'm going to minimize this. So now I have nothing but two desktops open. Me, myself, and my voice. Maybe this is a better way to do a podcast. I don't know, but back to what I was saying. I legitimately feel like as time has gone on, I've started to understand things more as far as mental states and things like ego. And it's like, God, almost like I want to just yell at people like to wake the fuck up, or I want to, or like catch the fuck up, because there's people in my life who I really fucking love, who I really care about, and who I just see all the time absolutely having no idea who they are or why they do what they're doing, and don't even care to try to figure it out. I don't know why it is in me that I feel like I have this urge to figure myself out and be as honest as I can about myself so I can be better. And it sucks. Sometimes it fucking sucks to be like that, because you just see, you begin to hate yourself. You resent yourself. You almost begin to dislike those who reinforce the bullshit about yourself you don't like. It can turn on you. And it did for me for a while. And even now, like I've come to see that like I'm just not hateful of myself anymore. It's like I've forgiven myself. I had to let it all go. I made a song about it. And because if not, you'll eat yourself alive for no reason. And when it really comes down to it, it's a waste of time. I'm really not this like guru spiritual guy who knows all this stuff about the mind and the type of words to use or whatever. But I do know within myself, I've come a long way. And I do know that I understand my mind a lot more than I used to. And I do know that I care to learn more about my mind a lot more than I used to. And I know exactly how it feels to have those ego walls built around yourself. And it's frustrating to see it within my own family, within my own life, within my own friends. And it's not necessarily even like, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm coming off as if like I just know everything and I can read everyone around me, and maybe that's just my ego talking. I don't fucking know. You know, sometimes I confuse myself. But honestly, when it comes down to it, I just want others to be honest with themselves. And I hate when I see that people are not honest with themselves. It's almost like pitiful, pathetic to see a person openly lying to themselves about themselves. It's absolutely like disgusting, and it makes me feel bad and almost like I can't trust this person. I've seen like through the times I've worked at different places, I've worked, a lot of different companies and jobs and around a lot of different people. And I never really understood why everybody was being so fake and like trying and just being so like not their real self when you easily could be. You could be in a corporate setting and be a crazy stoner funny guy and still be yourself and be professional. But I just saw that like when people were at work, or even when people go to like a public place and they talk to people who are working there, or just in public interactions in general, you can just see like before people talk, sometimes they'll just take a deep breath, like, and it's like straighten their back because they want to like appear a certain way, and you can see them wanting to appear a certain way. And it's almost like, I understand you have to be a little bit more professional. You got to put on a little like, bullshit, for sure. But there's a layer to it where you can do that and still maintain yourself. I used to try to teach that to people who used to work for me when I managed this oil change place. And I used to tell them like, you need to learn how to be yourself while also being professional and, customer service friendly. And there's a way to do it. And I think that when like there was issues that would come up at work, like people would get mad or be upset about something, I would talk to them, and 95% of the time I would be able to calm them down and then appreciate me for it. I think that the reason that was because I was being sincere, and they could see that. People underestimate sincerity and how much it means to people, especially in like a customer service type situation. If you're bullshitting them, they're going to be able to tell. Even if they don't know that they can tell, they're going to be able to tell. There's a sense of connection there you have to create that goes deeper than the right words to say, that goes deeper than the right body language. There's a sense of connection and understanding and realism that needs to be there. And I think that goes for like relationships as well and friendships and shit like that. And it's kind of scary to get to this point now where it's like starting to get to this point, understanding of like, just damn, like, I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like I'm on a different level than the people around me, not necessarily above them. That's not what I'm saying. Just a different level of thinking. And I think too much. And sometimes I'll talk about things that people are like, what are you talking about? But it's just because that's who I am. And forever, ever, I've only come into a few people, if that are like-minded like I am. I've never really had friends who thought the same way as me. I have a couple, here and there, and they think about the way I think in certain ways. But there's never really been someone who I connected with on like a really, really deep, introspective type of level. Like my wife, of course, is my best friend, my wife, but our connection isn't necessarily on, introspection and mental states and self-improvement and things like that. We do have definitely, talks about it, and I learn a lot from her. But I don't know. I just feel like when it comes to like, I don't like things like ego and things like that, that's not necessarily something we have in common as far as the understanding of all that. But I don't know, man. I'm just kind of like at a point now where it's like, I want to do my best to kill my ego. And I see that the more I do that, the happier I truly am. I don't get angry as much because I'm just like, take a deep breath and just realize, oh, I'm still in my body. I'm still in my brain. Nothing's really changed. Of course, there's going to be things that are going to make me sad, and it's going to, there's going to be fucking tragedy that hits my life and things like that. But I don't know. I just feel like removing yourself from yourself can and will be one of the best things you can do in certain situations. And understanding that something as simple as a video game on a screen, pixels on a screen, is nothing. Is nothing. Something, and it's like when you're really honest with yourself and you start being open and maybe even honest with other people, maybe not on the level of honesty or amount of people as I am, like doing things like this, but being honest with yourself is when I feel like you can truly grow. Kill your ego. Kill the fucking ego, dudes. I'm going to end this now because I don't know. It's only probably been like 30 minutes, but that was weird. I don't know if it's my internet just keeps messing up, dude. I don't know what's going on exactly, but I got to figure it out. And it was honestly kind of nice to talk for like 10 minutes with no chat and stuff like that. I might do this more. If you guys are interested in talking more, of course, there's the comments down below. I'll respond with you guys. If you guys are on Discord, check out the Discord. I'm going to start promoting that a lot more. We've actually been talking on there like quite a bit. Like, it's really interesting to see that, like away from the stream and the chat, we can still like communicate and talk and things like that. We have sections over there for like talking about drugs and talking about what you're eating and just fun stuff, cool conversations. So if you guys are interested, check out the Discord. The link will be in the description, or the top pinned comment. Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you so much. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Be happy, be yourself, and I will see you guys next time on the Yesterday Podcast with your boy.